Let's keep going with handlebars. So the next thing you might notice in the app is that we're not really using our blog titles here in the list view. So if we look at our blog data, you can see we have titles, and we're just using hard-coded titles here. So we can use handlebars to fill in that data. In this case, we're not going to have one object, but instead an array of objects. And we're going to want handlebars to repeat the template. So let's see how to do that. Grab the template script tag. And we'll change this to blog list. And add an ID. Here, and we're going to put the template in like that. So now let's see how to get it to repeat. So there are special directives in handlebars. One of them is the hash dot. And you end that with slash dot. And that tells handlebars that this template expects an array of objects, and it will be repeated for each element of the array. So now we can use the same directives we did before. And here where it says 1, we want to use a special substitution called @index, which is the index of the array that's being processed. So that'll be 0 for the first one, 1, and so on. So now this will create the exact same list as we had before, except that it will be using title instead of the hard-coded second post. So let me get rid of that. So let's get that into our HTML. So just like before, we create a variable. Now this time we want to make a routing event handler that is only called once. So when we sit on before show using BS, then this handler is called every time the screen is shown. But for the home page, we're only going to do it once at the beginning of the app. So we're going to do it before create. This is called one time at the start of our app. We'll call this home. And we don't need any arguments. It looks pretty much the same. And we can do similar to what we're doing here. Except it's called blog list. And in this case, we just want to pass in the entire array. So we just need to compile a template. So it's very similar to before, except now we have an array of objects instead of an object. We create the template variable, we construct it given the template ID, which is the script tag's ID. We attach a handler to when we navigate to home, to the before create event, And there we reset the HTML. Oh, we have to call the template with the blog data. And then we enhance it. Let's run it. And now we've got the titles.